let's get to it. This is huge. This might be the biggest collection update yet, which I've said in several videos. Up first, as always, we're going to start with the Blu-rays, and we're going to start with the new releases. Excuse me. Give me a second here. Up first, we have the Blu-ray digital code combo pack of the new Mortal Kombat. Saw this in theaters. I actually saw it twice on the same day. Unfortunately, I fell asleep during parts of when I saw it the first time. There, I was like, oh, that's not good, because I didn't get enough sleep the night before. So later that night, I went and saw it again, and I'm like, yeah, there we go. Still a great movie. It has some really cool special features too. If you like it, great. If you don't, I kind of understand why. Even for the people that don't like it, I would say they would have to like it a lot more than Annihilation, wouldn't they? Because Annihilation wasn't terrible, but it wasn't that great. This is a Hi-Ya original, Silat Warriors Deed of Death. This was fine. Mediocre, actually. Could have been a lot better, should have been a lot better, but it was a fine little, decent, entertaining movie while it was on. The Blu-ray DVD combo pack of the SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run. This was really good. I did not watch this when it came out on Paramount Plus. I saw that they were going to do a Blu-ray of this like a month after it came out, and I was like, alright, I'll just wait until that that drops. Really good. I like the other two movies a little bit better. Still really good. Really weird. There are a lot of weird moments in this movie. There is a weird... Snoop Dogg appears in the movie, not as a character, as himself. Is there any reasonable explanation for it? No. Not at all. But, yeah, it was fine. I liked it a lot. Then we have the Blu-ray digital code combo pack of Wrath of Man. Saw this in theaters, absolutely loved it. Guy Ritchie has been knocking it out of the park with his latest efforts. Although, shame on MGM and Warner Brothers for not putting any features on this disc. This is a movie that I'm sure you could have delved right into. But this is just so great. Great cast, great action, great everything. I loved this movie so much. Then we have the Blu-ray digital copy combo pack of Die in a Gunfight. And this was alright. This is kind of like a modern-day Romeo and Juliet. You know, it wasn't too bad. Could have been a lot better. Should have been a lot better. But, it was fine for the most part. Excuse me, I don't know why my throat isn't clearing. The Blu-ray digital copy combo pack of Initiation. I already gave my thoughts on this in an individual review because I was contacted by the filmmakers to do one. Great movie. Highly recommend it. Jacob's Wife, just the standard Blu-ray. This was fine. I liked this one. The third act, I would say, is definitely a lot better than the first two acts, but it's still a pretty decent movie. All about this pastor, this reverend, who his wife gets bitten by like this vampire, and she becomes a vampire, and I thought that was a pretty interesting choice of plot. And like I said, it really kicks into high gear in its third act. The Blu-ray DVD digital copy combo pack of Spiral from the Book of Saw. This was another one I saw in theaters. This one I really liked. I highly recommend this one. Probably my favorite of the Saw sequels. There is an hour-long documentary on here. I thought it was a featurette, but it's like a bunch of a bunch of featurettes strung together to create a documentary called The Consequences of Your Actions, Creating Spiral. It's a really awesome documentary. So yeah, I recommend that. The Blu-ray digital copy combo pack of A Quiet Place Part 2. Also saw this in theaters, also really enjoyed it. I liked it about as much as I liked the first movie, and I liked the first movie a lot, so there you go. I really liked watching the behind the scenes on this disc. John Krasinski, it's just seeing the process of him directing, what's her name? Millicent Simmons, who is deaf in real life, she plays the deaf daughter in both movies. Just seeing him directing her is really, really awesome. He's really patient. He's really careful. He's really considerate. And he has like a signer on there as well, so that's really, really cool. I like this one. It was a tad unnecessary, but you know, for what it excuse me, if I can talk. For what it's worth, it wasn't bad. Every Breath You Take, again, just the standard Blu-ray of this. This was alright. This is a thriller, if you want to call it that. Casey Affleck plays this like therapist, and one of his patients dies. As soon as that patient dies, Sam Claflin comes around, and there's a bit of history between him and Claflin, and the history also extends to his wife, played by Michelle Monaghan. It was alright. The third act is where the movie completely falls apart. It gets really goofy and really stupid really fast. I wouldn't really recommend this. I didn't care for it. Held, again, just the Blu-ray. This one was pretty decent. Not too fantastic, but it wasn't bad. This neat little like suspense concept of this couple that's having problems. They're locked in this house and they can't leave until their problems are solved. Kind of reminded me of Happily, the comedy movie from this year from Saban Films. It kind of has a similar premise, but not as dark. But it wasn't too bad. I enjoyed it. Could have been a lot better, though. And the last of the new releases is the Blu-ray digital copy combo pack of Midnight in the Switchgrass. This is the latest Bruce Willis movie in which he's only in it for 10 minutes. People were not lying. He is only in this for 10 minutes. At first I thought that they were kind of like hamming it up that he was in this for a lot longer than that people said he was, because for the first half of the movie, he's in it a decent amount, and then all of a sudden, right at the 50-minute mark, he looks at Megan Fox and he goes, "I don't want to be your partner anymore. I can't do this." And then he exits the movie and doesn't return until the final scene. Also disappointing, Bruce Willis does not shoot a gun in this movie. Very, very disappointing. But still is a decent little piece of escapism. I know this is one of the worst reviewed movies of the year so far. I had some fun with it. You have to take it for what it's worth. I enjoyed it. I look forward to the next 80 Bruce Willis gas station movies. Now on to the rest of the Blu-rays. Up first, we are going through some, like, what do you call it? Renovations, rearranging of the daycare. So we were cleaning some rooms out, and we found this. And they were like, "Hey, just take it home, because we just use streaming for the kids whenever they want to watch a movie." And these are the Blu-ray DVD digital code combos of this Ice Age triple feature. Ever since Disney bought out Fox, they're making a bunch of their stuff. They're making a bunch of their movies like Disney Movie Club only. So I'm glad I have all the Fox titles I have, because I'm not signing up for Disney Movie Club. This comes with randomly Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs, which is the third movie, and the Mammoth Christmas Special. So I find that a little intriguing. This is the Blu-ray DVD digital copy combo pack of The Losers. This has actually been doing some pretty decent numbers on Netflix, mainly because Idris Elba, Zoe Saldana, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and Chris Evans is in it, and a lot of people were like, "What? This movie existed?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it was a bomb when it came out, but I remember I didn't see this in theaters. I saw it when it came to DVD, and I liked it, so yeah, wanted to have it." This was factory sealed. I opened it up. This was brand new factory sealed at my local thrift store for only $3.99. And that is the complete first season of Pennyworth. How it ended up at a thrift store, I have no idea, especially factory sealed, because this is a Warner Archive title. You have to special order these, but they're all here. Is this show any good? I mean, apparently it must be, because the second season just got released. But I don't know. They're just making like Batman shows out of anything now. Eagle Eye. This is an upgrade from DVD to Blu-ray. This actually has a lot more features on it than my DVD does. I know they did like a deluxe edition DVD, but I just went with Blu-ray. I heard pretty decent things. This was actually something I wanted to see back when it came out, so there you go. Now for the Dollar Tree stuff. Did hit up a lot of Dollar Trees, and we're going to take a look at the Blu-rays. I don't know where they end, but we're just going to go ahead and do it. This seems like it's going to be awful. I got it because it has Jayma Mays and Patrick Warburton, and that is Larry Gay, renegade male flight attendant. This just looks kind of obnoxious. The Blu-ray DVD combo pack of Sawa. The Blu-ray DVD combo pack of Deadheading. This is actually something I really want to see. The Blu-ray DVD combo pack of Automata with Antonio Banderas, Dylan McDermott, Melanie Griffith, and Robert Forster. The Blu-ray DVD combo pack of The Redeemed. The Blu-ray DVD combo pack of Original Gangster, upgrading from my DVD that I bought last month at Dollar Tree, so great, thank you. The Blu-ray DVD combo pack of Things I Do for Money. The Blu-ray DVD combo pack of Cover Me. The Blu-ray DVD combo pack of Savage Dog. I actually found 2 Scott Adkins movies at Dollar Tree to cross off my list. This was one of them. We'll get to the other one in a little bit. Hammer of the Gods. I remember when this came out, I heard nothing about this, so if this is any good, let me know. The Blu-ray 3D and 2D and DVD combo pack of American Mummy from Wild Eye Releasing. What's weird is that a few Mummy ripoffs came out when the Tom Cruise Mummy came out, so that's odd. Rites of Passage, an upgrade from DVD. I bought the DVD I think a year or 2 ago from Dollar Tree. I have to replace this case, but this is the Blu-ray DVD digital copy combo of Chernobyl Diaries. It is horrible. I don't know what happened to it in transit, but it's mangled. Looking Glass on Blu-ray. This is a Canadian Blu-ray because I believe in the U.S. this did not get a Blu-ray release. So it's still Region A, but it's just from our good old friends up north. This was an alright movie. I remember watching this. Just another notch in the Nick Cage collection. And then the last 2 Dollar Tree titles, we have the Blu-ray Digital HD combo pack of Killing Jesus from 20th Century Fox. Who does this have? Emmanuel Shariki, Rufus Sewell, Stephen Moyer, and Kelsey Grammer. Also looks like Nicholas however you say his name. Oh, John Rhys Davies is in this. Cool, yeah. From National Geographic. And then I figured the best out of all the Blu-rays. Big! This is great. This comes with both cuts of the movie plus a bunch of special features. This is a classic comedy. Absolutely love it, and I'm glad I have it now. And now for the rest of the Blu-rays. Brendan Fraser. We need to talk about him because he is a fantastic actor, and thankfully we are going through a renaissance, if you will, where a lot more people are recognizing, like, hey, this guy is a really good actor. He should come back and do more stuff. So I'm trying to get all of his movies, and I have 2 of them on Blu-ray here. We have The Air I Breathe, which is an ensemble movie that has him, Kevin Bacon, Julie Delpy, Andy Garcia, Sarah Michelle Gellar, who I love, Emile Hirsch, and Forrest Whitaker. And then we have one I've never seen, Journey to the Center of the Earth. I haven't seen the sequel they did to this either with The Rock. The rest of these all come from my local Drug Mart. Drug Mart, I don't know how far out or nationwide they spread, but it's basically like a little pharmacy / grocery store. Nothing huge, but at least it is a statewide chain. And they used to have like a video rental service, and for the longest time they were doing it as recently as of early this year, A lot of the stores are phasing them out, though, and they are getting rid of their movie inventory because they kind of figured that people don't really rent discs anymore. So they're selling a lot of their stuff for like $3.99, $4.99, whatever. But a lot of it's $1, and here's the stuff I got for $1. Las Vegas. Sometimes if they were a combo pack, they would take the DVD out. Krampus, which is getting a naughty cut sometime this year. I'll be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of this when I saw it, but I got it so I could rewatch it. Pacific Rim Uprising, very underrated movie. Tyler Perry's Acrimony, very goofy movie. Annihilation, really, really good. Rings, not very good. Just got it so I could have all of them. I didn't even like the second one. And I only kind of like the first one, so there you go. And finally, Action Point. So there you go. Now, on to the DVDs, which I'm going to get to. And then we'll get to the other stuff later. First off, we do have some DVD new releases. Not a whole lot. We have Street Gang, How We Got to Sesame Street. This is a really good documentary all about the inception and legacy of Sesame Street. Really, really good. Did make me tear up in the last 20 minutes. They talk about the death of Mr. Hooper, which really got to me, and they also show footage from Jim Henson's funeral, which really got to me. Really, really good. This is, I believe, also available on Blu-ray. I think you have to order it online, though, so I just stuck with DVD. Feral State. This was decent. It's short. It's 80 minutes without credits. But it's a decent little action movie. Nothing to shake a stick at, though. This movie, though, we're going to talk a little bit about. This is Room 9. This is from Lionsgate and Grindstone Entertainment, that little orange and gray logo down there. Why don't you take a look at this cover art? You'll never stay anywhere else. This is really not what this movie's about. This is horrible. This is one of the worst horror movies I've ever seen. It is so amateur, and I hate it when people say things are so amateur, but this really is. For a professional production that you have recruited horror legends Kane Hodder, Michael Berryman, and Scout Taylor Compton in, it should not be this amateurish. Let me read the synopsis. This chilling horror tale stars Scout Taylor Compton from Halloween, Michael Berryman from The Hills Have Eyes, and Kane Hodder from the Friday the 13th series. Long ago, Room 9 of the Johnson Bedford Inn, located in a remote small town, was the site of a gruesome double murder. Decades later, with the town terrorized once again by a string of bloody ritual killings, a mysterious woman named Star arrives to investigate and suffers bizarre flashbacks related to the inn's slayings. Is she connected to the killing, or the inn's next victim? Okay, I'm going to just reveal a couple things here. First of all, the movie is an hour and 40 minutes without credits. Hour and 45 minutes overall. Star is played by Scout Taylor Compton. She does not enter this movie until the movie is almost over. She enters the movie about 70 minutes in. This movie is filled with a lot of padding. The acting is horrible. The three name actors are doing the best they can. They're given nothing to work with. Sound mixing is incredibly atrocious. The jittery filters that they use on almost every shot of this movie is horrible. The writing is nonsensical. The plot is non-existent until Scout Taylor Compton comes in, and even when she does come in, it still doesn't make too much sense. It's just a horrible, awful movie. I would not recommend it. I would say stay away from it because it's just bad. And then finally, for the new releases overall, we have Gia Skova with The Serpent. This was alright, kind of like your generic little action movie. I will say though, parents, if you're in Walmart, because that's where this is being sold, do not buy this for your kids. For whatever reason, there is a misprint on the DVD. They rated this PG. Now, if the this did go before the if this did go before the MPAA and the MPAA actually slapped this with the PG rating, that's a little ridiculous because there are people getting shot. There's blood all over the place. There's 13 uses of the F word. There are very skimpy outfits, thongs. So I think that was a misprint, but it's on every copy of this movie. So that's why I kind of wanted to get it, because I'm like, a PG rated movie that looks like this? Oh, okay, well I gotta get it. It's not rated PG. It's R. All right, for DVDs we're gonna start with the Dollar Tree stack. They fall all over the place. Give me just a second. I moved it 2 inches, and they're like, nope. A big shadow. I know. They're gonna fall again. Okay, I'm gonna get through this as quick as I can. Cartel 2045 with Danny Trejo. Death Kiss with not Charles Bronson. Justice has a familiar face. At least they're acknowledging that he kind of looks like him. Three-Headed Shark Attack, also with Danny Trejo. Krampus, The Reckoning. The Documentary. The Devil's Fairground. Dragon Kingdom. Dear Diary. A Clear Shot. Heroes Never Die. Vendetta Games. All bets are off. Firstborn. This has Val Kilmer in it, so that's pretty interesting. Anger of the Dead. That doesn't look like anything familiar, does it? Abominable. The Trees Have Eyes. Monolith. The safest car ever conceived is now the ultimate death trap. I don't know. It sounds pretty cool. Saint Agatha. Here's the other Scott Adkins movie, No Surrender. American Martyr. At Granny's House. White Blood. Art of the Dead with Tara Reid and Richard Grieco. WTF, World Thumb Wrestling Federation. Shadow Wolves with Cody Walker, Paul Walker's younger brother. Looks a lot like him, I'm going to tell you that right now. Being. Born to Race. Starship Apocalypse. Then these two came bundled together. They're in Echo Bridge releases. We have the British Cinema Collection. This comes with 4 movies. The Inheritance, David Copperfield, Scrooge, and Oliver Twist. Whole reason I got it, though, was for this, the Lifetime ones. The Lifetime movie collection. My Mother, the Spy, Hostile Advances, the Carrie Ellison story, Closer and Closer, and Color Me Perfect. A Night of Horror. Killer Tattooist. Woman on the Edge with Bruce's daughter, Rumor Willis. Circus Noel. Five Fingers for Marseille. The Adventures of Petey and Friends. What does that remind you of? Space Force Battlefront. Gothic Harvest. This has Bill Moseley in it. It also has Lin Shaye. For whatever reason, I don't like Lin Shaye. We'll save that for last. Getting Out. The Clinic. The Huntress, Rune of the Dead. Thunderbirds. This is always a Dollar Tree, but I figured I'd finally pick it up because I hear it's awful. Groundhog Dave. I popped this in to see how the animation looks. The animation looks preposterous. Look at the groundhog and his bug eyes. Oh my god. Oh, I love that. Crossbreed. The Lighthouse. This is the Ultimate Cartoon Collection. This is like 3 discs of classic cartoons. I love that Echo Bridge actually did compile this stuff. American Guns, the DVD digital copy combo pack. It's like a Mill Creek documentary. I'm sure it's going to be like, don't take my guns. The Last 7. This one I'm actually intrigued by. I am one of the last 7 people on Earth. I do not know who I am. I do not trust the other 6. That has me hooked. Eminence Hill. This is pretty cool. The top 10 NFL's greatest players. I'm not into football, but I thought that was pretty interesting. The Black Prince. He's magical, as all the tagline says. And the one I'm saving for last, because this is ridiculous. Sneezing Baby Panda, the movie inspired by the YouTube sensation. This is a real movie that I am holding. This is not a fake movie. This actually exists. I don't know how you can make an 89-minute movie based off of a 30-second viral YouTube video. That is unbeknownst to me. Then I have this large tower over here. I'm going to have to literally cut it in half because it's going to fall if I try to move it. There we go. Alright, set the other shkamole over here. Sorry, I'm dropping. Told you guys it was going to be big. So much so that I'm dropping everything. Alrighty, here we go. Here we go. Moulin Rouge. I don't think I've ever seen this all the way through. I've seen parts of it. Bad City. Even a shield can't protect you. Star Wars The Clone Wars. I don't care if this was on DVD or Blu-ray. I was picking it up because this is actually out of print. So awesome to finally pick that up. I hear it's not that great. I hear the show's a lot better. The Emerald City of Oz, narrated by Margot Kidder. This I thought was really interesting. Wolf Creek, unrated. We'll see how these are. These look really bad, but we have Space Chimps and Space Chimps 2, Zartog Strikes Back. In 3D, I think not. There are no 3D glasses. But we'll see how that is. This is awesome. This is the Fairy Tale Family Classic set. These are the Canon Pictures fairy tales. So we have Hansel and Gretel, Rumpelstiltskin, and Sleeping Beauty. Very, very cool to find that. Don Knotts, the Reluctant Hero Pack. This is a really cool set. This comes with 4 movies. The Ghost and Mr. Chicken, The Reluctant Astronaut, The Shakiest Gun in the West, and The Love God. Really, really cool. And I love the packaging too. I really do love that. So, very, very nice. This is great because the DVDs of this are kind of hard to find. So to find it for like $1 at a thrift store is pretty cool. This is Jim Henson's Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. Very, very cool. Iron Eagle. The Tuxedo. The original Poseidon Adventure. Killing Emmett Young, excuse me. Beethoven, the Pooch Pack. This comes with the first 5 movies. Beethoven, Beethoven's second, Beethoven's third, Beethoven's fourth, and Beethoven's fifth. I remember the first 3 movies very well because I used to watch those a decent amount when I was a kid. I think I've seen the 4th one, but I can't remember anything from it, and I never saw the 5th one. So, Mr. Magoo with Leslie Nielsen. This will be an upgrade from VHS to DVD. Look at that turkey. Okay, put that aside, because that actually goes with the set. Put that aside, because that goes with the set. Father of the Pride, the complete series. Look up Double Toasted's video on canceled shows. They actually do talk about this. This is very obscure. This is out of print. Hard to find, so awesome that I found that. Spy Mate. Get it? It's a monkey who's a spy. It's not a gun, it's a banana. You can't do anything with a banana. He's a monkey wearing sunglasses. He's got a badge. This is going to be awful. Blue Thunder. The original Shaggy Dog. The original Italian Job. My voice cracks. Okay, I'll talk about those in a second. Captain Corelli's Mandolin. This was $1 at Dollar General. This is You Must Remember This, the Warner Brothers story. This is a 4-hour and 49-minute documentary all about the history of Warner Brothers. It's split up onto 2 discs. For $1, yeah, that was a no-brainer. It's narrated by Clint Eastwood, so that's awesome. Across the Universe, this is regarded as a sort of semi-classic musical film. Never seen it. Wes Craven's The People Under the Stairs. Found this at Goodwill for such good condition. Awesome. Then I found 5 Pink Panther movies. We have, I don't know what order these go in, so apologies. The Pink Panther. A Shot in the Dark. The Pink Panther Strikes Again. Revenge of the Pink Panther. And The Return of the Pink Panther. I know there's a few more out there that I still need, but I thought that was pretty cool. Okay. Some more? I heard some more. This I've been looking for as well. These next 2 I've been looking for. 3 Strikes. Bright Lights, Big City with Michael J. Fox. Firstborn with Elizabeth Shue. Highway with Jared Leto, Selma Blair, and Jake Gyllenhaal. The Score and Bad Influence. I'm showing both of these together because I have both of these on VHS. Now I'm upgrading to DVD. Nick Swardson, Seriously Who Farted. I've seen this on Comedy Central a few times. It is pretty funny. Iron Monkey. The Prodigy, Unrated. It looks really good. This movie I got because when I worked at Mark's, I had a coworker. I still talk to this woman. She's so she's just sweet. She told me that the worst movie that she's ever seen, or one of the worst movies she's ever seen, was this. She said it was a Goldie Hawn movie in which she prances around in her underwear around a blind man. She told me the title of it, and I came across it at Savers, and that is Butterflies Are Free. Yep. Hardball. Jonah, a VeggieTales movie. I didn't grow up uber Christian, but I did dabble in VeggieTales a little bit. Not too bad. This is a bootleg box set, and I say that because it is a bootleg box set. I got it for $4, though, because it is the complete series of the show. We have Charmed, the complete series. Now you're looking at it, and you're going, okay, it doesn't look too bootleggy. Until you start looking, and it says the complete 1-8 season. It also says the Ultimate Collections DVD edition. The back, you start getting a little worried. Then you look at the DVD covers. Yep. These are bootlegs. Also rated by the MPAA, which is awesome. And this is basically how they're split up. All seasons have their own disc, double-sided. But we have seasons 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and 7 and 8. Good Lord. I didn't know that people made bootlegs of TV shows, but I guess they do. Get on the bootlegs for Judge Judy. Come on. I want them. Yeah, I did a bad thing. This is not a bootleg, though. This is legit. This is the best and worst of American Idol seasons 1 through 4. Why not? This is awesome for $3. This is the Alfred Hitchcock collection DVD box set. This comes with Psycho, which I have on Blu-ray, but it also comes with Vertigo, which I didn't have, and it's an upgrade from VHS, and 4 episodes of Alfred Hitchcock Presents. Lamb to the Slaughter, The Case of Mr. Phelan, Back for Christmas, and Banquo's Chair. Really, really cool set. Speaking of the Renaissance, we have George of the Jungle, and the non-Brendan Fraser, George of the Jungle 2. Some more Brendan here with Inkheart. This, I'm not sure why I bought this, because I think it was, what, a buck or $2? I can't pronounce the title of either of these movies, but they go together because the second movie on the disc has the number 2. If anybody can pronounce either of these, let me know. But they're action-type movies. Journey to the End of the Night. This is another Brendan movie. This has him and Mostef. I tried. I did not pay $21.99 for that. I paid $1.99. This has Crazy, Lazy, and Wishbone, and it's inspired by the Bone Thugs and Harmony album Strength and Loyalty, and named after the smash hit I Tried featuring Akon. This is basically awesome, and I thought it was like a 2-disc set, but no, it's 1 disc and then a very heavy booklet from Code Black Entertainment. We have movies in here like April Fools, Snoop Dogg and Bossin' Up, Confessions of a Call Girl, Forbidden Fruits. They advertise I Tried. Oh, that Jamie Foxx box set actually looks pretty tempting. Mixtape Inc., that's a documentary that I actually have. Mr. 305, The Pitbull Story, no thank you. Play His Ball. And I think that's, oh, The Salon, yeah, that's a barbershop ripoff. Tournament of Dreams with Tony Todd and The Game. Vegas Vampires. I don't know, but I appreciate it. I actually like when they come with catalogs like this. It gives me more movies to look for. Speed Demon, Fast, Furious, Ferocious. This, I got at a thrift store. This was an old library rental, but I don't think anybody ever really bought it or rented it. This is Grandpa's Monster Movies. I figured for the Halloween season, that's perfect. Some Criterion here with The Curious Case of Benjamin Button on DVD. AI, Artificial Intelligence, a movie I have never seen. Heard very mixed things about. An upgrade from VHS, and that is Bad Company, has one of the best songs made for a movie on it. It plays during the end credits. It's called Breathe In, Breathe Out by Ali of the Saint Lunatics. It's awesome. The Brothers Grimm. Barton Fink, The Constant Gardener, Lucky You, Bah Humduck, A Looney Tunes Christmas. This is actually really good. I have seen that. Last little stack of DVDs here. We have Shop Girl, an upgrade from VHS with While You Were Sleeping, Angel Eyes. This is awesome. The Osbournes, the first season. I gotta tell you, the scene in the second episode where Ozzy is getting all flustered and upset that his dog peed on the carpet is probably the funniest moment in TV history. I remember when I first saw that, I rewound it 82 times because I was in tears, crying, laughing. It was so funny. I love it. You can find it online. I think just on YouTube, look up the Osbournes. Ozzy yells at dogs for peeing on carpet. Romper Stomper, Treasure Planet, All Dogs Go to Heaven 2. Have the first one, I didn't have the second one. Pollock. Also another upgrade from VHS. Saturday Night Live, The Best of Chris Farley. I think this is their best of, if you ask me. Better Off Dead, a movie that's considered a classic that I have not seen. Wizards of Waverly Place, the movie. The Missing. And finally, for the DVDs, this is awesome because this is pretty hard to find. This was the first animated movie that was made to be shown in 3D, and that is Star Chaser, The Legend of Orin. Obvious Star Wars ripoff, but what can you do? So that's it for the massive amount of DVDs, but we're not done yet. Actually, not far from done, but we're in the home stretch. I want to show off a couple other things I got. First off, 3 new Xbox 360 games. We have Mirror's Edge. I've played a little bit of this. This is the first-person game when you're like running and doing parkour off of buildings and stuff. It's not too bad. I just need to get into it a little bit more. You Don't Know Jack, the trivia game. This isn't too bad. I need to get into it a little bit more, but it's fun. This one is really fun because I'm a complete nerd, and I just aced this game. This is Seen It Box Office Smash. They did another Seen It for Xbox 360 that I need to get. But this is a really fun game. I've played that a lot. Then from Dollar Tree, I did pick up a Blu-ray copy of Blind Spotting. This is from Canada, but it is a Region A release, so it will work on North American Blu-ray players. That's a stupid thing because Canada is part of North America. This was released on Blu-ray in the U.S. Austin, I know you're watching. Let me know if you have this or not, because if you don't, then this is going to you, because this is a fantastic movie. If you do, then I need to find someone who doesn't have it, because I bought this with the intent of giving it to someone, because this is a phenomenal, phenomenal movie. Absolutely love Blind Spotting. VHS, yes, no, maybe so. I don't know, because I buried them, because I'm an idiot. Alright, we are going to do the VHS very quickly. We have American Tragedy. This is all about the O.J. Simpson trial, so very cool. This has Ving Rhames, Ron Silver, Bruno Kirby, and Christopher Plummer. Christopher Plummer passed away recently, didn't he? I want to say so. I hope I'm not getting that wrong. Frogs for Snakes. Murder, betrayal, acting, they'd kill for a part. This has Barbara Hershey as well as Robbie Coltrane, John Leguizamo, Debbie Bizarre, and more. Really, really cool. This is a bootleg, because I wanted to see how it looks, but this is a bootleg of the Disney movie Dinosaur. You can tell it's a bootleg, so... this is a movie I really want to see. I'm looking for this on DVD. I actually am having a hard time trying to find it on DVD. Blast from the Past with Fraser and Alicia Silverstone. This is The Destiny of Marty Fine. Never seen this. Then some clamshells with Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen in Getting There. These are all Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen titles. You're invited to Mary-Kate and Ashley's school dance party, plus a half hour of the Olsen twins' favorite music videos. I didn't know I was getting that bonus. That is pretty sick. We have 2 more. Winning London and Winning Rome. You can tell I've been filming for a long time because the sun is setting. Alrighty. Now on to the books, and I'm not lying to you when I say there are a lot of books here, so I'm going to get through these fast. Not furious, though. We're going to start with, like, the hardcover stuff. We have Wired, The Short Life and Fast Times of John Belushi by Bob Woodward. This is awesome. This is actually a book that's been on my wish list for a little while. This is a coffee table book, Entourage, A Lifestyle is a Terrible Thing to Waste. This is pretty glorious. Look at all these photos. There's Chuck Liddell. right there. This is a show. This was actually the first HBO show I ever sat and watched the whole series of. I actually watched it with my mom. Uh, but you know, we were big fans of the movie, and she's like, "Oh, the show's so good." I'm like, "Well, why don't we watch it together?" So yeah, Johnny Drama. I don't know how far this goes because this does not go through the complete series. I don't think. But yeah, Entourage is a great show, and the movie is very, very good too. This is The Godfather Companion by Peter Biskin. Everything you ever wanted to know about all three Godfather movies. They should do an updated version of this because they did an updated version of Godfather 3. Finally have a hardcover of Red Dragon. So now I have all 4 Hannibal Lecter books in hardcover by Thomas Harris. That's awesome. So now I can start reading them. Ricochet by Ovid Damaris, or Damaris, however you say it. A Stephen King book, Elevation. I've heard mixed things on this, so I'm not sure. This is a nonfiction title, The Lost Son, A Life in Pursuit of Justice by Bernard B. Kirk, New York City's 40th police commissioner. Just seems pretty intriguing, and I like stories like that. Another Stephen King here with Joyland. He's done a couple of these hard case crime books. Actually, his newest book is a hard case crime. Life is not always a butcher's game. Sometimes the prizes are real, sometimes they're precious. But I don't know. This just looks really cool. Who dares enter the funhouse of fear? Then we have some urban fiction here. We have Idlewild by Treasure Hernandez. I'll read off the summaries for some of these. When Desiree Johnson receives an unexpected call from her brother, Ernest Jr., about their father, she and her 16-year-old Tyree pack up and rush to her family's summer home in Idlewild. Desiree hasn't been to Michigan in over 16 years, but when her family calls, she feels she has no choice but to answer. After arriving in the beautiful town, Desiree quickly realizes that no matter how long she has stayed away, the place still holds a special place in her heart. As the summer heats up, Desiree struggles to balance the joy of returning to the community that shaped her childhood with the overwhelming memories of the love and pain she suffered the last summer she spent there. Tyson Blackwell is taken aback by Desiree's return. Their teenage relationship might have lasted only a few summers, but their connection was powerful. Tyson might have succumbed to family pressure and let Desiree go once before, but now that she's back, he vows it will not happen again. He needs to prove to Desiree that he never stopped loving her. The problem is that Tyson is now married. Desiree's siblings, Donna and Ernest Jr., have their own share of childhood secrets and adult scandals. Donna is recovering from addiction and is convinced her sister's return is all about their alien father's money. She wants to send Desiree a message. Go back where you came from, or I'll ruin you. Ernest Jr. is determined to take his rightful place as their father's heir apparent, and he'll do whatever it takes to keep himself at the top, even if it means stabbing his siblings in the back and making sure his father never recovers. Desiree finds herself in the midst of jealousy, secrets, and unexpected wrong feelings for another woman's husband. Will she stand and face it all, or will she run like she did so many years ago? That was a novel in and of itself. This one is by Portia Sterling, and it's called Addicted to You. What is this one about? As the privileged and pampered heir of the Macmillan Empire, Sage Macmillan always had what her heart desired. One night of spontaneous fun lands her inside of Official Ink, a tattoo parlor owned by the sexy, savage, and former street king, Dom Ink Richardson. The moment she sees him, it's love at first sight. Yet it's Ink's indifference to her beauty and charm that grabs Sage's attention. He's numb to her advances and uninterested in small talk. She later finds out he's a married man. That's a theme. Which should be the ultimate deterrent. But Sage welcomes the challenge he poses. A genuine friendship is born, only adding fuel to the flame of her addiction to him. When Ink's wife is murdered, the scandal rips the headlines and lands him on the front page of newspapers nationwide. But Sage is there for him. With her family's powerful connections, she seems to be the godsend as she selflessly fights for his freedom and proclaims his innocence. But there's a lot more to Sage's interest in Ink. And she may not be the loyal and devoted friend Ink knows her to be. So what happened? Did she kill the wife? That kind of gave a lot of stuff away. This, I'm sure, is a wholesome book by Eric Jerome Dickey, and it's called Chasing Destiny. I'm just looking. Just looking. This is a trilogy. All three of the covers of this trilogy are the same. And I'm not going to read the summaries because they're friggin' long. They're all by an author named J. Dominique. Low Key, Fallen for a Savage, 1, 2, and 3. I got the entire trilogy. I don't know how to explain myself with this. There's an artist named Zane. Z-A-N-E. He is known for writing urban erotica. And they are sometimes very wild reads. And this is the Sex Chronicles. There you go. I'm not showing that on screen too much longer. This is by Nako, in love with a Brooklyn thug. Nia Hudson, fashion powerhouse and philanthropist, swore that love wasn't for her because she was too busy chasing after her dreams. The quiet girl from Brooklyn refused to go back to the projects. Being raised by her selfish aunt was the push she needed to run far away and never return. But when a blast from the past resurfaces and refuses to take no for an answer, Nia decides to give him 1 hour of her time. Surprisingly, 1 hour turns into a week turns into months, and before she knows it, the two have become a couple. Together, East and Nia don't paint the perfect picture. They have nothing in common, and in fact, he's the complete opposite of everything she stands for. He's dangerous, thrilling, edgy, and secretive. East is definitely living life in the fast lane, selling everything he can get his hands on and not knowing when the feds, or friends disguised as enemies, might come after him. When what was supposed to be a fun date night opens Pandora's box, Nia is left feeling betrayed. In this suspenseful and romantic series from Nako, love has been put to the ultimate test. Can the past be forgiven? I don't know. I don't know if it is going to be forgiven because I just opened it up and it says part 2 coming soon. So, this is a novel in a series called Blessed Trinity, and it's by Vanessa Davis Griggs, called The Other Side of Dare. So yeah. And no, that's not it for the urban fiction. Want to do all that together. We have Every Thug Needs a Lady by Wahida Clark. This is apparently book 2 in the Thug series. I didn't know that till I got home. The Knight's Baby, a black vampire story. When she entered school at a historically black college in North Carolina, Adria Mesa was looking forward to a bright future. Then she met a man of another kind who turned her world upside down. After being turned into a blood-sucking being and then giving birth to a child fathered by the king of vampires, Adria thinks that life can't get any stranger. But when her ancient past becomes a part of the present, she learns that her son has a destiny that is out of her control. With the eyes of very powerful and new enemies set on him, the only way to protect him is for old enemies to put their differences behind them. If the opposing vampire clans don't come together as one, it could mean the end of their kind altogether. Fans of supernatural fiction will enjoy Stina's creative storytelling in this tale of vampires, romance, power, and revenge in The Knight's Baby. Actually doesn't sound too bad. And Dice by T.N. Baker. Alrighty, then we have Night Film. I've been wanting to read this book. This is by Marisha Pessel. Dice is by T.N. Baker. I don't know if I said that. I've been wanting to read this since it came out, and I first saw it in an airport when I was going to Florida in 2014. So now that I have the book, I can read it. Fancy that. I can read things once I have possession of them. This is awesome. Oh, these last 2 books I'm really happy about. We have The Kill Bill Diary, the making of a Tarantino classic as seen through the eyes of a screen legend by the late, great David Carradine. This is awesome. I cannot wait to read this. And probably the best coffee table book ever Look at this bad boy. Grindhouse. That's all it's called. Grindhouse. This has a lot of stuff in it. First of all, look at that. Look at that. Look at Trejo. You get an introduction by Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino. Exploitable elements. Rodriguez and Tarantino define the Grindhouse experience. You get the entire motion picture screenplay of Planet Terror by Robert Rodriguez. Unfortunately, you don't get it for Death Proof, which is odd because Tarantino has published his scripts in the past before. Then you get the making of Planet Terror, pre-visualization, the production design of Planet Terror, the creatures of Planet Terror, shooting from the hip, that's talking about Rose McGowan's machine gun leg in the movie. The stunts, the props, the wardrobe, the vehicles, creating the damaged film effect, a look inside his studio's editorial facility, and the cast and crew of Planet Terror. For Death Proof, you get the making of the movie, directing Death Proof, the production design, wardrobe of Death Proof, creating the car crash sequence, the cars of Death Proof, the stunts of Death Proof, and the cast and crew of Death Proof. You also get, they call him Machete, making the Machete trailer. It'll Scare the Stuffing Out of You, making the Thanksgiving trailer with Eli Roth. Bloodlust and Brutality, the poster art of Grindhouse, and then some photo credits. So that's all in this book. So, I mean, you really do. You get the entire screenplay for Planet Terror, accompanied with these images from the movie. I want to show... So, yeah, there we go. Like, look at this. Look at the care and detail they put into this. And they're still doing that with, like, coffee table books like this now, but this is just beautiful, man. Get some, like, special effects shots and everything. There's Tarantino himself as the bartender in Death Proof. Here's the screenplay for the Machete trailer, which is awesome. The poster gallery, awesome, awesome, awesome. For those who don't know what the movie Grindhouse is, you're really missing out. It's amazing. It's a double feature. This is a little graphic, but it is a special effect. There is Tarantino and Rodriguez. Tarantino has got a bloody thing in his eye because he plays like this weird military sergeant in Planet Terror, but this is just awesome. Love that. We're not done. We have paperbacks to get through. We have a lot of paperbacks. We have Bluebell by Andrew Vax. A lot of John Grisham. We have The Whistler, which actually just came out. Another one that just came out, A Time for Mercy, which I believe is the follow-up to his first novel, A Time to Kill. The Devil's Punch Bowl by Greg Iles. Dreamkeeper by Gail McFarland. Another Grisham here with The Runaway Jury, which I have the movie for this, right? Yeah, I do. Okay. Carmen by John Benton. This is a vintage novel. My name is Carmen. Are you wondering who I am? I am every drug addict who ever needed a fix. Every destitute girl who had no place to go. Every prostitute who ever turned a trick. Every delinquent who ever ran away from home. Every alcoholic who ever hit the bottle. I am all of these and more, because that's only half of my story. Part 2 has a happy ever after ending, so it just spoils it. But, this should be an interesting read. This, I got this from Half Price Books. This is by, who is a Charles Brandt. I Heard You Paint Houses, later republished as The Irishman. Yes, awesome. Some Michael Crichton here. The original Jurassic Park, as well as its sequel novel, The Lost World. Brainfire. The answer came soon. The next stage in the escalation of horror was Washington, D.C. The next target, the president. For the Russians, had perfected the ultimate instrument of death, and only a lone American named John Rayner suspected the truth, as he plunged headlong into a world of madness unleashed and terror about to triumph. Brainfire. Sounds like a book about communism, I'm not gonna lie. Hollywood Wives by Jackie Collins. From Rodeo Drive to Malibu to Palm Springs, nobody knows the glittering world of love, lust, and betrayal like Jackie Collins. Ooh. Look for these Jackie Collins bestsellers. The first title it lists is The Bitch. Okay, I'm looking for that now. American Assassin by Vince Flynn. Really enjoy the movie. I hope that the book is as good. Another Grisham here with The Partner. Stephen King in Misery. I used to have a copy of this. I don't know what happened to it, so I figured I'd get a new one. Great book. I have read that one. Great movie, too. Montana's Way by Sheila M. Goss is an urban novel. Now that Montana Blake and her two sisters, Savannah and Asia, have found their father's killer, Montana feels like she can truly heal from his death. Unfortunately, that peace doesn't last long. Just when life is getting comfortable for Montana, her sister Savannah is kidnapped along with Troy Bridges, her fiancé. Asia doesn't want to wait on the authorities to rescue their sister. Montana won't allow Asia to try to catch the kidnappers on her own. So once again, the sisters find themselves in a dangerous situation. Ooh, and that's only half the story because I'm not getting into the rest. Cheater by Ken Goddard. I do like how the cover kind of goes all the way around. Do I have some more? Of course I do. This is Islands in the Net by Bruce Sterling. Is this like a science fiction thing? Yeah, so we'll put that with like sci-fi horror. Walt Disney, an American Original. This is a biography by Bob Thomas. That's pretty sweet. Clive Barker, The Great and Secret Show. I'm picking up anything with this man's name on it that I don't have. This is a quintessential novel that I should have. Margaret Mitchell's Gone with the Wind. I'm going to mispronounce this. The Corsician? The Corsician? How do you pronounce that? I don't know, but it's like a mob book by William Heffernan. I do like the inside cover. King Jaguar by Dan Sherman. This just looks a little ridiculous. Ladies of the Night by John Westerman. He authored Exit Wounds, which is what the Steven Seagal movie is loosely based on. Rogue Warrior by Richard Marchenko. This is what the video game, the infamous video game, is based off of. The Trophy Wife by Ashley N. Jaquavis. Khalil walked into the empty club and took a glance around. The club was a totally different scene in the daytime. Okay. This looks really cool. Jonathan Kellerman's Blood Test. I'm going to save this for last because that's awesome. We have a nonfiction true crime book here called September Sacrifice. We also have another true crime book here with Then No One Can Have Her. First comes love, then comes murder. Then we have a book here by Fran Drescher. Oh, Mr. Sheffield. Enter Whining. This looks pretty cool. And then, finally, for this huge collection update, probably the longest one I've ever done, we have the movie novelization of Gremlins 2, The New Batch. Oh, I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I have so much stuff to put away.